Okay, on page 7, when you're given a graph with the axis title, okay, whenever you have a graph with axis title, you know it's what does it imply? You'll get questions, communication questions, asking what does it mean, what is it referring to, and so forth. So in this case, my my y-intercept is 19,000. What does it represent here? Alvin, what do you think the 19,000 represent? Okay, but in terms of the context of the questions, when? When is that value? The value of the car? Right, at the beginning, initial value, remember. So this is the initial value of the car. Remember, your y-intercept just represents the initial number. So in this case, Alvin bought the car for $19,000. And then what happened after you bought the car, Alvin? Yeah, sorry, but yeah, the value went down. Just like any car, as soon as you buy it, it's a depreciation. So how much is Max? How much is the value of the car going down by? Say that again. Okay, yeah. So what did you say? What you said was great. $6,000 in 4 years. Good. In 4 years. Okay, so that's your slope basically. It went down. So it didn't go up. If I did positive, it means that the value of the car went up. But as we just said, it goes down. So going down 6,000 by 4 years, which means negative 1,500. Okay. Slope and rate of change means the same thing. Rate of change includes units. Slope just means the how it's moving, how it's differing from the steepness, um, the change. So in this case, your rate of change is it goes down 1,500 per year, just like when we do unit rate. All right. So you guys see the slope rate of change means the exact same thing. It's just that rate of change has units. Slope is just the number. Okay. Determine the rate of change of the linear relation represent in the. Oh, sorry. Let me go back to this one. So when Alvin, when do you think your car will die? Yeah, or worth nothing? That's very optimistic. How much? 14 years. Yeah. If you continue your graph here, the value, when does it reach the value of 0, which means it's just a bunch of metals that you cannot drive anymore? It looks like it's about 14 years. Uh-huh. Um, and number 2, determine the rate of change in the linear relation represented in the table. So, first off, what's wrong with the table? Can I just do first difference like what we were doing earlier? Can I just subtract? Let's see, no, why not? It's not in order, right? So there's two things I could do. Rearrange, one, re, hi. You want to do some more math? You want to do some more math? Rearrange the table in order. Or two, how many points, if I were to graph this on a graph, how many points am I given? 5. So I could just use the 2 points and use slope formula. Okay, in this case, I would say this is easier, just using the slope formula. So m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. These are all just points, so just choose any two. Doesn't matter which one, they all look ugly, so let's just do the first two. So negative 10 minus negative 34 and 2 minus 6. Okay. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So negative. Where's my calculator? Somebody took my calculator. Okay. Negative 10 plus 30. Whoops. I don't know how to use this calculator. Okay. 24 over negative 4. So you get negative 6. Okay. So even though this question, it looks weird, it looks confusing. Well, I actually, instead of 2 points, I gave you 5 points. So what do? I just use the slope formula. Okay, what is the slope of this? Rise over run. So it's simply 3 over 36, which is 1 over 12. Okay. For number 4, graph the relation using x and y intercepts. So to find x-intercept, remember yesterday we said what do we let? Yep. And then to find the y-intercept? Yeah. Okay. So then it's just solving for the algebra. Okay. And then you should get 2 points. Once you get those 2 points, you should be able to graph the line. Okay. If Rachel has $2.25 in dimes and nickels, the relationship is modeled by this. So they actually gave the equation. Are the data continuous or discrete? We talk about it. So when we graph it, do we use a dotted line or a solid line? Who says solid line, which is continuous? Solid line. Who says dotted line, which means discrete? All right, be confident, Ivan. You put your hand up and then you saw nobody had their hand up, so then you didn't put it. So what is it, Ivan? Dotted line. Why? Okay. Yanzi, why is it dotted? Yeah, exactly. Cannot have half a coin unless you can show me magic and cut a coin in half, which I don't want you to. So let's say if you cut a loonie in half, it's not 50 cents. I don't think they will accept it. But I'm interested to see half a loonie. Okay. Good job. Is the relation linear or nonlinear? So now is this one in order? Yes. Okay. So if it's in order, then I can simply do first difference. Okay. So 4 minus 0 is 4. 0 minus 4 is negative 4. So obviously already I see that nope, it's not the same. So it's nonlinear. If it was all the same, then it would be linear. Okay. Number 7, so I'm telling you that it is linear, which means that all the difference between the numbers should be the same. So determine the missing values. Bessie, since you did all the homework, what did you get for these 3 blanks? The first one I got 0. And then negative 0.5. Good. And then this one? 7. Okay. How did you get those numbers? What was the difference? The first difference was just 2.5. Yeah. Yeah. As long as you can tell the way it's going. Okay, so it's going down by 2.5 every time, and then so that means if this way, that means it's going up 2.5. Perfect. Okay. Next one, number 8. Is this linear or nonlinear? It's this equation, a equals 4 pi r squared. Okay, who says linear? Who says nonlinear? Good. Okay, so see, you guys all know the answer. Why are you guys being so shy? Nonlinear, why? On a test, if I ask you this, and I say, is this linear or nonlinear? You'll get a mark for saying it's nonlinear, and you get also a mark for explaining why. So don't forget the explanation part. I saw Sender, I think your hand was up. Why is it nonlinear? Yeah, the exponent is 2, so square. Y equals mx plus b. What's the degree of y equals mx plus b? Degree, remember that? We talked about degree. Yeah, so 1. So y equals mx plus b, all linear lines have a degree of 1. This one has a degree of 2, so it's nonlinear. Emmy, do you remember what the formula is this? A equals 4 pi r squared. What is this? 4 pi r squared. Yeah. Uh, Not quite diameter. For him? Area. Yeah, area of what? What shape? The 3D shape of a circle is? Sphere, right. This is the formula for a sphere. I'm not going to ask that on the test, but just, oh, really? Oh, there you go. Okay. Next time I'll take that out and see who remembers who's good at geometry. Okay, the graph shows how much money Brandy earns babysitting. Write an equation that represents the data. Okay, so I guess this is hours, and this side will be costs. Okay. Okay, what is her starting value? 1. Yeah. So guess what? Brady gets $1 minimum charge. So going at the for baby excuse me, for babysitting, she gets $1. Okay, and then the next right here, I guess this point right here. So what is her hourly wage? If this point is 1 and 10, what is her hourly wage? Jasmine? $100. Ooh, careful. If we said that her initial value is 1, what's her rise right here? 9, right? See, if you do the rise over run, it's 9 over 1. So that means, yeah, she gets $1 minimum wage and $9 per hour. So what's the equation of this line? Y equals mx plus b. So, okay. Jasmine, can you finish up the question for us? That's it. Is she getting ripped off? Probably. Yeah, $9 per hour babysitting. Yeah. Do you guys still babysit? No. You annoyed with the kids? Alright. Baby pool holds 2 200 liters of water. It's leaking at a rate of 10 liters per minute. How much water will be left in the pool after 15 minutes? I think you guys saw this question in your last test. Okay. This is your rate of change, 10 liters per minute. So after 15 minutes, times it by 15. So that means 150 liters leaked out. But the question asks how much will be left. So how much is left? 50. That's right. So make sure you read the question carefully. Not a hard question, but you just have to make sure you don't you read it carefully. Okay. I'm gonna skip a few of these questions. Josh works. Yeah, this way. Okay, Josh works for a lawn care company. He makes $15 per day and $5 for each lawn he mows. How many lawns must he mow to earn $100 per day? So let's write just the y equals mx plus b formula first. How much is he charging per lawn? Margaret, how much is he charging per lawn? 12. $5, so 5x. And how much does he get each day? 15, so plus 15 like this. Okay, so there you go. This question is tricky because they have the per day and per lawn in the same question. How I've always taught you guys is to look for the per word to know that which one has the x and which one is the y and which one is the constant and so forth. So technically in grade 10, you're gonna have an equation like 5x plus 15y. You're going to introduce like two different variables. But for this one, we'll just say that something like this. Right? And then for the 100, I'm going to substitute it in for y and then solve for x. Okay. Okay. Rearrange the equation in y equals mx plus b form. So I'm just skipping some numbers because the review has some questions which we did already with the solving algebra. Okay, so this one, rearrange the equation y equals mx plus b form. So 8y equals 7x plus 16. So when you divide everything, you get 7 over 8x plus 2. Slope is 7 over 8. Y-intercept is 2. Okay. Determine if these 3 points are collinear, so use the slope formula. If you use the slope formula to determine between this and between these 2 points, if it's the same, that means they're in the same line. If not, that means they're not in the same line. Collinear means if they line up to be together on the same line. Okay, I do want to do this question. As I said, you'll see something similar. Okay, this is, I think in the whole test, this is the only like algebra question. Okay, so that's why I want to make sure we do a question like this. x1, y1, x2, y2. Given 2 points, find the equation. So slope formula first. Okay, so y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Substituting it in, 6 minus negative 6 over 1 minus negative 5. Again, you need to know this formula. So it's 12 over 6, which gives you 2. Oh, when we did one of the checking questions, I remember you guys had something like this, but then you forgot to reduce. Okay, so don't forget to reduce. It makes your life simpler. So that means m is 2. Y equals mx plus b. I'm going to substitute one of these points. This point looks nicer, so I'll choose this one. And this m. Okay, I'm going to put it in all in y equals mx plus b. So y is 6, m is 2, and x is 1, and I'm going to solve for b. So when I do that, I get 2 plus b, so b is 4. And now I have m, I have b, So my equation y equals 2x plus 4. I think they're arguing in the washroom. Okay. Okay. For the sake of the review, if I said the slope is perpendicular, remember perpendicular slopes? How would the slope change? For perpendicular slope, remember perpendicular slopes? Okay, what happens to the slope? Negative reciprocal. So instead of 2, it would be negative 1 over 2. Okay. If you see a question like this on the test, can you do it? Good. All right. So this is the only algebra part of the test I would say. Okay. Uh, moving along. Determine the equation of the line. So given this, I know that b is negative 3. For my slope, I have to choose one other point on this line. Choose a nice point. What is a nice point? Which point looks nice? Oh. I think this point looks nice. Okay. So how do I go from this point to this point? I'm gonna go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I went down 6 floors and I went 5 to the right. So what is my slope here? Titus, rise over run. So what would my slope be? I went down 6 and over 5. So my slope would be, give it a try. So remember it's rise over run. Okay. 6 over 5. Okay. What direction is my line going? Yeah, so negative. Okay. So that's a common mistake that people do on the test. You know the direction of the line goes this way, and then you tell me a positive slope. So careless mistakes I always see. So when you write your equation, negative 6 over 5x minus 3. Okay. Write the equation of a line perpendicular to the x-axis that passes through this. Remember these ones when I say perpendicular or parallel to axes? You want to just do a quick little sketch. These are the fastest way to do. No algebra involved. So negative 5, negative 9, so somewhere down here. Negative 5, negative 9. Okay, perpendicular to the x-axis. So does that mean this is my x-axis? Am I talking about a vertical line or a horizontal line? Yezi? Vertical. Okay, so vertical line. So what is the equation of this vertical line? Sophia? X equals -5. Yeah, x equals -5. All vertical line, x equals, or horizontal line, y equals. Okay. Okay. Next one here, perpendicular to this line. So what's my very first step? Perpendicular to this line right here. What's wrong with this line? Ivan, what's wrong with this line? What's wrong with the format of this line? It's not in y equals Right, so I have to rearrange it first. Can you tell me that? -2 equals -8x plus 10. Good. And then equals, also y equals 4x plus 10. Not plus 10, because you divide it by -2, so it's -5. Okay, what's your slope here? Equals 4. Right, but now I want the perpendicular slope. -4. Mm. Equals All right, so perpendicular slope. Remember negative reciprocal. So you told me the negative, but you forgot the reciprocal part. You have to, right, negative 1/4. Okay. And then goes through this point right here, which is just like number 20 that we just did. So we use this slope and x and the y to find the b. Okay. Remember these equations right here? These ones, again, I taught this course for like 10 million times. People get confused with the question because they're thinking, what equation? I'm given an equation already. Why do I still need to find the equation? You're finding the equation of the second line, not this line, but this line, the blue line. Okay, so that's why that's why some people have confusion about that. Okay, 24. Reading the graph. On what day will the temperature be 16? So extrapolation, extend out your line. When it's 16, go over and down. It will be about day 18, I think. All right, so if you extend extrapolation, you can see what it goes to. This one. So for example, this point right here, it means that Jeff doesn't like the game at all. Okay, because he gave it a 1. But then Daejun really likes the game and gives it a 9. Okay, whereas this one, Jeff gives it a 5 and Daejun gives it a 4. So this one is the most closest rating between them. Okay. Okay, let me just see. Okay, looking at the time, I'm just picking and choosing. Motion graphs. I'm gonna go over the motion graph. What happened at point B? Okay, what happened? What happens here? From B to C is a horizontal line. So what did we say about the motion graph? These motion graphs. So from B to C, what happens? Emmy?
Yes. The person doesn't go
anywhere. Which means, AKA, this is a bike ride. David is riding a bike. So if he's not going anywhere, he stop. Yeah. How long did he stop for?
Around half an hour.
Looks like a little less. I'm gonna be picky. I'll say 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks a little bit more less than half. So I'll say about 20 minutes. How long did David take for the whole ride? Wow. Jasmine, how long did David ride his bike for?
5 hours.
Yeah, right here. So 5 hours. Is he dead?
Okay.
Yeah. How long did David spend altogether taking breaks? So how many breaks did he take for this whole, yeah. So this horizontal line, this horizontal line, this horizontal line. Looks like half an hour here, half an hour here, 20 minutes here. So 1 hour and 20. Okay. Between which 2 points was David the fastest? Where was he riding the fastest? Just by eyeballing. Yep. A to B. Anyone else? Yep. G to H. I would say G to H because it seems like it's more steep. This is steep too, but it took 30 kilometers in 1 hour. This looks like it's 20 kilometers in about 20 minutes. So G to H because the line was the steepest. The steeper the line, the faster you're going. And at what speed did David start out riding? So from A to B, right, 30 kilometers in 1 hour. Right, that's pretty fast. Okay, did David go on a hill? Did did David go up a hill and then up a mountain and then he was fastest because he was going down a hill? Is that the story? No. Okay, so remember with all these, there's no hills, no mountains, no rolling down, no falling off the cliff or anything. What are the two words that we use instead for direction? Uh, Velocity is speed with direction. So in terms of direction, what words do we use to talk about direction? Or? Perfect. Good job. See, you were paying attention. Good job, Hannah. Okay. So in terms of direction, you're always using the words towards or away. So I'm going away to somewhere, my destination, and then I'm going towards home when you see the line going down. Okay. Da, 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 da. Oh, look, it's the window washing thing again. Okay, so now you guys all know how to do this. Y equals 5x plus 10, graphing the line, and so forth. Okay. All right, so that's the review. Make sure any questions that you didn't get, you try it out. Make sure you do it, study it. It is on quite a bit, but we did a lot together. Like we did 3 assignments. You guys should be able to. I think you guys learned from each of the assignment what your mistakes are, how to read graphs, and so forth. How to analyze graph, intersection points. Okay. Anything else? Anything else? I think we're very prepared for the test tomorrow.